Today we're going to talk about startup or small business growth. This is part 2 of our small business growth video. The first part you can find in the description. The reason I know any of this is because I'm the CEO of a company called Slidebean, and for the first few years in our company, I handled most of our initial marketing experiments. So in the previous video, we talked about the 19 growth channels available in the world. So in this episode, I'm going to talk about the ones that we've tried, the ones that failed, and the ones that worked. So this is How to Grow a Small Business Part 2. All right, so big disclaimer. These tactics apply to our particular case, to our particular business. We are a SaaS company with a presentation design product that saves a tremendous amount of time. So these might or might not apply to you, but hopefully they can give you some ideas. Another important detail here is that we measure these tactics by their success in terms of ROI. Time, which means money spent in a campaign, and then the revenue obtained. Here are the channels that we tried and failed. Public relations. In the early days, we focused a lot of time and effort on being featured by the press. There's this thing about being featured on TechCrunch, this validation of being hosted in the startup site. Our first TechCrunch publication gave us around 10,000 signups. That's when we first launched the product. But after that, most of our PR has had very low impact in terms of signups and then revenue. We've been in TechCrunch a couple more times after that. We've been in the Next Web and some others, but the impact in terms of revenue has never been clear. Well, there's certainly a brand awareness benefit. It's actually very intangible, which brings me to an important side topic, which is the concept of brand awareness versus direct response. I think there are two broad categories of marketing efforts to position a product or service. Direct response refers to all the campaigns that have a measurable impact in revenue, or at least in leads. You can very clearly calculate the cost of the campaign versus the revenue received or the number of leads obtained. Brand awareness campaigns are intangible. You can measure the impact of impressions or top of mind, but there's really no way to know how much revenue is generated. Many social media efforts, billboards, are inside that brand awareness category. Now, don't get me wrong, brand awareness can go a long way. They empower your brand, which translates into measurable KPIs, such as your conversion rate. However, it's a long-term bet, and we startups oftentimes need quicker results. So I believe that a tech startup should spend around 3/4 of their time and money on direct response, and the remaining 1/4 of their time on brand awareness. That's the way we do it, at least. So press has been a good brand awareness campaign for us, for the most part, but that 1/4 of our marketing efforts is currently going to other campaigns that have much more impact. Email marketing. The same way people become ad blind, I think that we are much better at detecting promotional emails, and Gmail is too. So we've never seen too much success with kind of like email blasts. We have around 1 million emails from people that signed up for our product or that signed up for our newsletters at some point, but it's really tough to provide value to such a massive email base. Also, when we send so many emails, we have to be very careful about being flagged. Even though we follow all the guidelines of the Spam Act, whatever, the unsubscribe button, Gmail gets pretty sensitive if we send a lot of emails in a short period of time and then start sending them to the spam folder. This happens, of course, because of low open rates and then some users clicking on that nasty mark as spam button. There's also the cost of a mailing system that can hold 1 million emails. It's in the thousands of dollars a month. We prefer instead to focus emails on the audience of active users who really want to hear from us. And email does work great to stay in touch with them. But again, we mustn't abuse it. Business development. Business development is, of course, a must, and we do it. We take our time to do biz dev, but it's not a channel that we believe is going to scale our product too much. Even though most of our customers are small businesses, our customer acquisition cycle is really a B2C sale. The only way to win, in our case, is to get thousands of customers through our funnel, and that is more easily achieved with channels that we'll cover in a minute. Affiliate programs. We do have an affiliate program. You can make around $30 for every customer that you bring to Slidebean, but so far only a handful of users have come from these affiliates. Not really something that we rely on to scale. Offline events. We've done a few meetups and we love doing them, but they don't translate into sales. More of a brand awareness sort of thing. Some of that 1/4 of the time budget will continue to go to these. Speaking engagements. So I do public speaking events all the time and I'm always thrilled to be invited. But it's really hard to get people to take action after listening to you on stage. Once again, it's more of a brand awareness sort of thing. So enough with the fails. Let's talk about the channels that worked. Search engine marketing. I think that this is one of the most critical growth channels out there. And let me explain why. The core difference between Google search ads and display ads is a concept called moment of intent. Facebook is really good at targeting people based on their behavior. We know very well how bad that can be. However, when you see an ad for a presentation platform on Facebook, or for any product for that matter, it's disrupting to your experience. You're on Facebook or Instagram to do something else, and these ads are in the way. You're not ready to buy. You're not even planning to buy. The moment of intent is far away. Search ads, on the other hand, are very well targeted at the perfect moment of intent. If you're on your cell phone looking for a car towing service, you're very likely in need of a car towing service right now. If you're looking for a platform to make a pitch deck, you know you need a pitch deck. You're just looking for the service that you're going to use to make it. So the decision is made. It's the right moment of intent. This is why search ads are generally more expensive, certainly more expensive than display ads. But at the same time, they're one of the most direct ways to convert customers. We spend over $100,000 a year on search ads, and we make at least $300,000 in revenue from them. SEO. If you can crack the code on SEM, search engine marketing, then the next obvious step is SEO. We made a video about this on our very early YouTube channel where a drunk me and younger me tries to explain this while drinking Jägermeister shots. They are not our best YouTube times, but the idea here is that only about 10% of YouTube searches end up clicking an ad. The other 90% goes for organic results. The problem is, appearing in those organic results takes a lot of work. It's really years of optimization, hundreds of articles, and thousands of dollars. You only want to do that, you only want to go through that effort when you know for a fact that the audience is there and that it's going to convert. That's where SEM is vital. So, the basic steps. First, identify keywords that your customers are looking for. Pay for some ads and test if the customer acquisition economics work. You make more money than what it costs you to acquire a customer. If the economics don't work, then you have to adjust your conversion funnel or even your pricing until you get it to work. When it does, and you know that you can make the money back with the customer conversions, then scale the budget. You know that you're going to get the money back, so it doesn't matter. And then finally, once you have these keywords, you can start working on ranking organically for them, which is, of course, a ton of work that's going to take a lot of time. Engineering as marketing. Our engineering as marketing product was born really as a new startup idea, but it ended up becoming a fantastic lead generator and brand awareness and brand strengthening mechanism. It's called Founder Hub. It's basically a checklist for starting a company with some excellent documentation on how to solve the legal bits, the business strategy, and the launch stuff. It's free, but by the time you get to the fundraising part, we hope you consider using our product. Content marketing. You're watching our content marketing efforts right now, and they work. To give you an idea, this channel now gets around 250,000 views per month, and it's still growing. Do you have any idea how much those would cost on YouTube sponsorships? It's usually a 5-digit number for a channel this large. And we get the same exposure for free. We also ask every one of our customers when they convert where they originally heard about us. In September 2019, at least $20,000 in revenue came directly from people that said that they heard about us on YouTube. By the way, it took us years to figure these out. A bunch of failed YouTube series, and we still spend around $5,000 a month in making these videos. We have a video about that, but it's all worth it. Before YouTube, our content marketing focused on the blog, and it also worked. It was an essential part of our SEO strategy, but who reads blogs anymore? We also come up with actionable items for our videos, like telling you that if you want your presentations to look like this, you can sign up for 1 free month on any of our plans by using the link in the description. See? Last but not least, social and display ads. So we mostly use these to close the conversion loop. Maybe you watch this video and then you start seeing our ad everywhere. Well, that's a lot better and cheaper than just pushing those ads to strangers who have never seen our brand or logo or my face. We also have these display ads as part of our onboarding. So different users in different parts of our sales cycle see ads to help them, back into the funnel or to show a feature that they might be missing. And that is how we use the channels of growth. We'd love to hear what your company is doing, and if you want me to dig deeper into any of these, let us know in the comments. See you next week.